Hi, wonderful fifth graders. Back once again with another EDpuzzle. Some exciting stuff here. This time we're going to be introducing you to dividing fractions. Now, the thing with dividing fractions you're going to learn about is pictures are key. You know how on the other stuff I let you get away from pictures? Dividing fractions, we're almost going to always draw the picture. So do your best. I'll be teaching you it over the next 2 weeks, but here's a little intro. But before we start that, let's look at these amazing kids at the upper part of the picture up here. That was our awesome Rubik's Cube team that took first place and defended our championship. Just wanted to keep that up there as you watch our video on dividing fractions. And like usual, there'll be many surprises along the way.
All right, today we're going to talk about dividing fractions. You have myself, you have KB.
Hi.
Lucinda. Well, say hi.
Oh, hi.
Kyle.
Hi.
Maura.
Hi.
Chris.
Adios.
And Cole.
Bro.
They are going to be helping us out today as we make our video. So,
Technically, he just said adios. He was supposed to say hi and he said goodbye. And the other girl, she was a little confused on if she was even there. But anyway, the teaching is good. Here we go.
let's take a look at our first example. We have 5 divided by 1/4. This means we want to know how many 1/4s there are in 5. So when we're doing this, as 5th graders, we want to make sure we draw our model. So, KB, tell us, how many holes do I want to draw?
5.
5. So that's what we're going to start out with. We're going to draw 5 squares. I'm just going to clone mine so that they're all the same. When you're doing your drawing, it's okay if they're a little different. Okay, so I'm going to make 5 of my holes. Now my second number in my equation tells me how many pieces I want to divide each hole into. Cole, how many pieces do I want to divide each hole into? 1/4. So I want to divide them each into fourths. So I'm going to draw 3 lines. So everybody on your whiteboards, go ahead and make this model. If you're watching this at home, do it on a separate piece of paper. Now, since we're 5, we want to know exactly how many 1/4s we have. We just cut these up into fourths, correct? Yes.
Yeah.
So we want to count them now to find out how many fourths there are all together. So let's go ahead and number them. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So how many fourths are there in 5 holes, Kyle?
20.
20. So our answer is 20. Okay, when we're doing this, you're going to end up with a whole number. We wanted to know how many fourths. Well, we just counted it up. There are 20 of these little 1/4 pieces in 5 holes. Okay, now what's going to happen if we do the opposite?
Okay, before we do that, let's take a quick second to pause. Let me let's try one of these on our own. So let me just get a new page here. Okay, so let's see, 5th graders, what happens if we take 3, move this up a little bit. Okay, 3 divided by 1/2. So when drawing the picture here, well, first of all, go ahead and try to model it yourself. There'll be a paused video for that. But now let's take a look how we actually do it. Look what this is actually saying. It's saying we have 3 whole things. So here's 1 whole thing, 2 whole things, 3 whole things, and they each need to be cut in half. So let's cut them each in half. And the question here is what is key? The question is how many 1/2s are there? Well, that's easy. Just count the 1/2s. There's 1 1/2, 2 1/2s, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you start with a whole number. It's going to end with a whole number. So our answer is 6 1/2s. So the answer would be 6. All right, back to the video.
And we start with a fraction. Are we going to start off by drawing 4 pictures? No, just one, because we want 1/4. We want to show 1/4. So everybody go ahead and draw your box. Now if I want to show 1/4, I'm just drawing a picture of 1/4. Maura, how much do I want to break that up into? Fourths. Good. So 1, 2, 3 fourths. How many of my fourths do I want to shade in? One section of them, right? Because I want to show 1/4. So I'm going to shade in 1/4. Okay, this is that. Okay, 1/4. Now we want to break up our 1/4 into how many pieces? Huh? 5. So we're going to go ahead and draw 4 lines across, because that's going to break it up into our 5 groups, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups. So we have 5 equal groups right now. We want to look at only one of those equal groups to start us off. So I find it easiest just to look at that top group. Okay, we're looking at one of the groups. You could have definitely looked at a middle group if you wanted to, but it makes it way easier for yourself to look at the top group. So if we're looking at that top group, how many are shaded in of my top group? Lucinda?
1/4.
Well, we have 1, right, shaded in of our top group. Now here's where people go wrong. They say, well, we have 1/4, Mrs. B. That's our answer. No, it's not. That's what we started out with.
Oh.
We want to now count our total number of squares that we have here. So our total number of squares that we have here, Cole,
Is 16.
no. Total, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. What? How many? 20. There we go. He caught himself. The total number of squares becomes our denominator. Guys, I want you to think of it like this. You and 4 friends, so 5 people total, show up to a party late. The birthday cake has already been served, and there's only 1/4 of that entire cake left. Just this piece right here, that's the amount of cake left. You have to cut it amongst the 5 of you, right? You have to be fair and share it equally. So you cut it up, and then you're like, man, we should have come earlier, because right now I'm only getting this tiny little piece of cake. Okay, you're figuring out what fraction of the entire cake you got. So your fraction, your piece of the cake was 1/20. Your brother's piece of the cake, 1/20. Your mom's piece of the cake, 1/20. Your dad's piece of the cake, 1/20. And we'll say your grandma's piece of the cake, 1/20. Okay, everybody got 1/20 of the cake. Now, what happens though if we...
All right, before we get to that one, let's try one of our own, okay? So first of all, it's pretty cool how you can erase. If I just put the eraser and touch everything, if I touch any of it, look, it just disappears. Okay, so let's try this. Let's get a different color. Let's try like orange. Yeah, how about orange? So let's try this. Let's try 1/3 divided by 4. Okay, let's think of what you have to do. Now this is why drawing matters, because it tells you what to draw. It tells you start with 1/3. So we have our whole. We have our thirds, and we shade in a third. So we have 1/3, there you go. And then what do you have to do? You have to cut it into fourths. So we have 1, 2, 3 lines gives us fourth. And they want to know just out of one of these rows, okay, so if we just take one of the rows, we use the top row, how much do we have? Well, you can see, it's just this piece right here. Like, I wish I could cover it. It would take me a while to like get a good thing where I could cover it. But if I could cover it, you would see that this is all the piece you have right there. This is the little piece, and you got to cut it up. So how much do you have? You have one piece out of the total number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You have 1/12 of the cake you get to eat, or whatever you're talking about. Notice, here's another little tip that I'm going to tell you. Start with a fraction, end with a fraction. That helps you remember that too. All right, let's go back to the video. Yes, surprises are coming. Got to be patient.
Change our numerator so it's not a unit fraction anymore. Well, we're going to start this off the exact same way. So we want to start off by drawing our holes. So how many holes do I want to draw? Chris? 3. So go ahead, everybody, and on your whiteboards, draw 3 holes. Yes. Okay, we've drawn our 3 holes. Now remember, our denominator of our fraction tells us how many pieces to cut it into. So who can tell me how many pieces do I want to cut each hole into? Mara? 2. No, look at my denominator. 3. So I'm going to cut each of these into thirds. We're cutting it into thirds because our denominator is 3. Now, last time, let me just scroll back for a second. When we did this one, we were counting how many 1/4 we had. This time, we were to count how many groups of 2 we have. Okay, so we're going to count by 2s. These 2 go together, right? So that's our first group. These 2 go together. That's our second group. These 2 go together. That's our third group. These 2 go together. That's our fourth group. And then we have a leftover. Now, what happens when we do that? Well, we have 4 holes, right? That becomes our whole number. We were counting by groups of 2, correct? We only have 1 out of our next group of 2, so how am I going to write that as a fraction? 1 out of 2. How would I write that as a fraction? 1 out of 2, Kyle?
4 and 1/2.
Yeah, 1 out of 2. Okay, 4 and 1/2. So if we were dividing that, that's what we would get. Okay, why is it not 1/3, even though we started off by breaking it into thirds? Because we're looking now at groups of 2.
We cut it into 2.
Yeah, we're paying attention to how many groups of 2 we get. And right here, we only have 1 out of our next group of 2. Okay, so those ones can be a little tricky. On your tests, you're most likely only going to be dealing with unit fractions, but it's a great idea to know how to do this. Now let's look at what happens if we start off with our fraction piece again.
All right, let's go back and try one of those on our own. Let's get our big eraser out. Here we go. It's all going away. All right, so what do we got here? We have, let's go 3 divided by 3/4. Okay, so try that, draw that picture. All right, let's take a degree. Again, let's just do what the picture says. It says draw 3 holes. There's your 3 holes. Cut them all into fourths. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cut them all into fourths. Now here's the confusing part. They want to know how many groups of 3 you have out of the fourths. Because we already cut them into fourths. How many groups of 3 do we have? So let's use different colors. We have 1, 2, 3. I may label those all 1 because that would be 1 group of 3. There's 2 groups of 3. I should use a different color, sorry. But here's 3 groups of 3. Here's 4 groups of 3. So what would the answer be? It would be 4. So you have 1 group of 3, 2 groups of 3, 3 groups of 3, 4 groups of 3. So the actual answer would be 4. Kind of crazy, but that's what it actually looks like. All right, let's go back to the video.
Okay, we're not starting off with our holes, with like 5 holes. We're starting off with just 1, right? So we're going to draw 1 hole. And who can tell me, what do I want to break my 1 hole into to represent 2/3? How am I going to represent 2/3? How am I going to show 2/3? KB?
Yeah, you gotta break it up into 3.
Yeah, I'm going to break it up into 3 parts. And Katie, how many of those parts am I going to shade in?
2.
Good. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to shade in 2 of those parts. Okay, shading in 2 of those parts. Because that's showing us... Oops. Come on. There we go. That's showing us 2/3. So that's the first part. We now want to divide it into how many equal groups? Kyle?
3.
3 equal groups. So we're going to do that going across. There's our first equal group, and there's our second equal group. Okay, 1 equal group, 2 equal groups, 3 equal groups. Now again, we're only want to look at one of those equal groups. So we're going to look up there. How many of those do I have shaded in, Mara? So we have 2. And how many total boxes are there, Mara?
6.
Total, not just shaded in, total of our whole. 9. Remember, you want to think about it like cake. Okay, just keep thinking of cake analogy. I'm sorry if it makes you hungry.
This teacher's a little bit funny. All right, those kids are just probably as confused as you are. Remember, we're going to spend 2 to 3 weeks going over all this. So if you're not getting it on the first day, no stress. If you do get it on the first day, all the better. So let's see what they did. Let's do 2/5 divided by 2. All right, so some kids will always get confused on what to draw, but it tells you right away. Draw 2/5. Okay, so I'm going to do fifths. So I need 4 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shade in 2/5. So there's 1/5. 2/5 shaded. Okay, let's split it in half. And then again, you always just take one of the groups. So how much is represented by one of the groups? There's 2 in that group. Out of the total number of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2/10. Now that can be reduced, but especially for today, that's fine. Now remember what I said. Let me make this a little thicker. I don't know. Start with a fraction, end with a fraction. It's 2/10. All right, let's take a little second here and go back to the home button. Let me show you a little video. You guys are gonna freak out when you see what happened when we had a rainy day. Yes, this is Jack Lindsay. Check this out. Jack Lindsay. Oh my gosh. Look at my pants. Alright, too much. Alright, let's go back to that video. Scroll back. She's got a few more minutes. You guys are being really good listeners. At least you're getting the overall idea on how to divide fractions. A little bit more practice.
Okay? You want to keep thinking, well, you show up somewhere, there's only this much of the cake, but you want to know how much of the whole cake you actually get to eat. Yep. Okay? Alright, let's do another one. Remember, guys, if you're watching this video at home, you can definitely pause the video at any time. We have now 2 divided by 3/4. So, who can tell me, how many holes do I have to draw here for my model? Hole? 2. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw 2 holes. Now that I've drawn my 2 holes, what do I want to break my holes up into? Chris?
Fourths.
Fourths. Because remember, that denominator tells us how many to break it up into. So we're going to break it up into fourths. Now last time when we did this, we looked at how many groups of 2 we could do. This time, what do we want to look at? Lucinda.
How many groups of 3?
Yeah, we want to look right here. How many groups of 3? Well, let's count them out. There's one group. There's 2 groups. Do I have enough to make my next group?
No.
No. So I have 2 whole groups. And then how much do I have of my next group of 3 here? Lucinda?
2/4.
My next group of 3. So I have 2 out of what? I want to make only a group of 3.
2/3.
Yeah. 2 out of 3. Out of my next group. Okay, remember, because I'm making groups of 3. So our answer would be 2 2/3. Okay, because you want to know how much of your next group of 3 do you have.
Okay, you guys get the idea. Now let's do something fun. Let's watch me play Angry Birds. How does that sound? All right, now I think it's gonna, when I do this, I think it's gonna put it sideways on me. Yes, so if it turns your video, you might have to turn your Chromebook sideways. Now don't be too crazy when you do that because I don't want you to ruin your Chromebook and the guest teacher is probably gonna be looking at you guys funny. But let's watch Little Angry Birds. And if you say you don't wanna watch me play video games, you don't want to watch me play video games. What the heck? Why wouldn't you want to? Don't you guys watch Twitch? All that is watching video games. Alright, blah, blah, blah. No, I don't want it. Let me just play. Oh boy, this is a complicated one already. Alright, here we go. Pull it back. You guys like it there, there. Should I shoot down there? Nah, right about there. Let it go. Okay, a little bit flat. Boom. Alright, higher. But he's so big. Oh, it could have been a good one. No, come on, get that guy right there. Alright, I don't know what this other kind of bird does, but I'm not liking it. I'm not thinking I'm going to do too good. Oh, he's a boomerang guy. Alright, well that was an epic fail. Alright, so now what happens? Do I get to try again? Oh! Okay. Boy, I'm not doing so good on this. Alright, alright, alright. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I just fail. Alright, retry. One more time. Watch me one more time. Oh boy, what do I do? This is an ad. How do I get rid of the ad? There it is. Okay, another ad? 2 ads? This is an epic fail. I'm sure you guys go through this too. Alright. Okay, I get another try for free, I think. Alright, let's see if I can learn from my mistakes. Let's go higher this time with this guy. Come on. If I can get this guy down here. Yes, yes, yes. Come on, squish him. No! And this guy's not dead either. Alright. Oh, I thought that was going to be a direct hit. Alright, now I have my boomerang guy. I'm not learning very good, am I? Oh no. Another epic fail. You guys are probably screaming at me and my Angry Birds. Okay. Wait for it. Okay. No, I failed again. Alright, well, enough of this experiment. I hope you guys enjoyed today's EDpuzzle. If you guys want to do some tips on giving me some Angry Birds tips next time when you see me, I sure could use it. Well, how about a little Subway Surfer, just for the fun of it? Maybe I'm a little better at that. Alright, Subway Surfer. At least you don't have to turn your computer for Subway Surfer. Hey, and a little bit of Valentine's Day action. Alright, so if you're kind of bored with it, you can shut it off and go right to Jigsaw Puzzles. But if you don't want to shut it off and you'd really like me to see, me do a little Subway Surfer. Take a look. Come on, load. You can do it. Alright. Alright. Boy, more ads. You kidding me? Okay, I get it. I get it. Let me just play. Alright. Here we go. Ooh, Super Pogo right away. Whoa! Yeah, look at that air. I know, I'm supposed to be getting all the coins. You guys are the experts, not me. All the way over there, okay. Wait, what happened? Oh my gosh. Alright, one more retry. Jump. Over. Maybe it must be my computer, that's wrong. No, jump! Okay, last time, you guys. I am also the worst at this game. I've actually played this a lot, though. I hope that you guys can cheer for me. Alright, watch out for the trains. That's obvious, okay? Get over. Get over. There's the letter R. I don't know if that matters. Does the letter R help anything? Okay, now I gotta go down. So I go circle. Okay, up. Got it. Up. Got it. I'm getting better. I'm getting better, peeps. Getting better. Whoa. Alright, should I go up? I guess go up. Go over. Alright, I'm doing good. Is this like a world record or something? Oh. Whoa. How do I get away from that guy? He's about to catch me. There's the U. Do I need the U? I do need the U. Go this way? Okay. Now go up, jump, jump. Okay, come on, give me a power up. How do I get the hoverboard? Does anybody know how to do a hoverboard? Oh yeah, there's the hoverboard. Oh yeah, hoverboarding. Is the hoverboard like on timer or do I get it forever? Oh wait, there's a run. What happens if I get run? What happens? I'm doing much, much better this time. Whoa. Yay, it gives me like an extra life when I use my hoverboard. Is this like the world record? Can you ever pass this? Ooh, ooh. Ah, okay. Enough. All right. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Thank you for watching.